Sharp calls.
No, Chad. I like all of these things. I don't know what you're talking about.
Your tolerance for silliness is very high.
Yeah. Just sometimes you want to catch me on a bad morning. We're doing sometimes me and Chad have done these shows. It's 5 a.m. for me here. I might be a little cranky. You never know. And I
Not today, though.
apologize for
Not today. You're not.
that. I don't know. This week has been brutal. I feel like it's another week of like I thought everyone would be on the same side, and I'll start with the games I got pushback on. I got some pushback on. I like Washington. I got some pros that they like the Giants. I'm not seeing it. Like I think their pushback is like, well, look how they played early in the season. They played a really tough, close game. I feel like these are two different teams at this point, right? One team has been going one way, the other team's been going another way, and the confidence of both these teams are different. So I am shocked that they like this number and they've bet it down as well. Like maybe they only liked it at 10 and now they don't like it now that it's moved off and it's down to 8.5 for a lot of books. But just interesting because I really didn't think anyone was going to be on the Giants, and a shocking amount of guys I've talked to like the Giants. Same goes for the Houston Texans. I like Arizona. I like the Arizona number. I still like it. Talked to a bunch of guys. They like Houston. They like the number. They were happy it was coming down, and they hit it again, and now it's gone back up at a couple books. I'm surprised by it. I am. Like I said to them, it feels like they're buying high on Houston. Their argument is against Kyler and this Arizona team coming off a win, and I think they're just viewing it wrong. So that's another one we're definitely going to dive into more. But yeah, for agreeance, it was an easy week. Me and Chad talked about we had a lot of picks we liked. The boys are on the same thing. Like the guys, they like Denver. No shock there. We're going to break that one down even more, but you've seen that number move now. So I think it got down to 1.5. We talked about it at 2, 1.5. Now almost every book is 2.5. So
and headed to 3.
Yeah. So not shocking. That's a pros versus Joes. The public is going to be on the Vikings. They're a fun story. Yeah, I can't knock them for it. Even if we lose that bet, it's still one that me and Chad have to make. And now it's giving me more confidence to make it one of our 5, putting Denver in there. So that's definitely a game we're going to go over. Yeah, the pros love Carolina Panthers. Another game we need to break down more. It just another game that it's going to be all public money on the Cowboys, and it's only going to be professional money on the Panthers. Like that game really sticks out. I can't even bring it up, but I mean, I'm still going to bet it. I'll still be on the Eagles, but I don't think I'll be one of me and Chad's 5. Gotten a lot of pushback on it. A lot of the pros loving the Chiefs, and I think it's like the numbers Evan gave us, right? They love those trend numbers. They love the Andy Reid numbers after a bye. They love Andy Reid on extended rest. They love Mahomes under 3, which they were betting for 4 days, and you could still get 2.5 if you want. Again, we'll break it down. There's just something about this game. The fact that this was Jalen Hurts' lock screen was that confetti from that Super Bowl all off season. And I just think it's the human element of the Eagles have been looking and thinking about this game all off season. And man, it's shocking that guys are like putting, decent amount of money into this Chiefs team. I just feel like this is a bad spot for them. So pretty interesting to hear all the professionals on that one. And for the last one, before we break down all these games, I'm hoping you took the 10 on the Bears. The pros loved it. They've come in. They've bet it down now to 7.5, despite all the money, all the tickets, all the bets are coming in on the lines. And you've seen that number now drop from 10 to 7.5. It might keep dropping. Like I would grab it, even if you're still a little scared. And you're like, I don't know if I want to bet against this Lions team. Come on, guys. The numbers dictating it for you. Chad gave you all the numbers about these divisional dogs, and the professionals like it. Now, you're not going to be getting as good as a number as the professionals, and that stinks, but that's the way it goes, right? I mean, me and Chad are in the same boat. We're not going to have that good number in our contest. That number's gone, but I still think 7.5 still showing value. So not too shocking to hear the boys love that one. It's come down. Now, one more big favorite, I will say. I loved Miami. There's some pros on it, but it's not unanimous, right? It's not everyone's just piling on this big favorite, and I thought it would be between all the professionals, but talked to a couple guys who like it with us, but then a couple people have no opinion on that Raiders game. So that's definitely an interesting game. We've seen that Miami number move from 11.5 on Tuesday, up to 13.5 now on Thursday. So definitely a lot of conversations this week about these big favorites.